Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Dr. Kim's Home Clinic. Let me begin today with a story, one that has stayed with me for years. A retired school teacher in her late 60s, who'd always been active and seemingly healthy, was rushed to the ER one morning with symptoms of a stroke. The cause? A single breakfast, something she had eaten every day for years, without a second thought. She wasn't alone. Over the past 2 decades, I've cared for hundreds of older adults, and time and again, I've seen how seemingly harmless breakfast habits slowly erode their health from the inside out. It's not just what we eat, it's when, how, and what we think is okay because it's easy or familiar. I know it's hard to believe that something as routine as breakfast could be quietly harming your liver, thickening your blood, raising your blood pressure, disturbing your sleep, and even increasing your risk for cancer. But the science, and sadly, the real-life stories, say otherwise. That's why in today's video, we're going to talk openly and honestly about 5 common breakfast habits that can silently destroy your health. And more importantly, 5 wholesome, nourishing alternatives that can help you heal and thrive as you age. Because here at Dr. Kim's Home Clinic, we believe in giving you the tools to take control of your health, one morning at a time. Let's begin. Let me take you now into the heart of this story. Because behind every morning that seems peaceful, there may be choices we've never questioned until it's too late. Let's start with the first. 1. Leftover food from the night before. I once treated a lovely woman in her early 60s, always cheerful, always thoughtful. Every morning, she'd warm up rice and braised fish left over from dinner. "It's homemade," she'd say. "Still smells fine." But just a few months later, she ended up hospitalized. Severe abdominal pain, chronic fatigue, digestive distress, and dangerously high liver enzymes. What was the culprit? Not the food itself, but the invisible toxins inside it. Overnight leftovers, especially rice, soup, and meats, can form nitrites. And once inside your stomach, those nitrites turn into nitrosamines, a potent cancer-causing chemical. To make matters worse, storing cooked food improperly or in unsanitized refrigerators can invite bacteria, overwhelm the liver, and compromise the kidneys, all before the day even begins. A small act of frugality, yes, but it came at a great cost to her body. Now, ask yourself, have you ever started your day with last night's dinner? If so, this might be the sign you need to stop. 2. Processed meats. Sausage, bacon, ham. There was a retired gentleman, well-educated, tech-savvy, and independent. Every morning, like clockwork, he'd toast bread, heat up sausage, and sip milk in front of the news. It felt modern, efficient, until one day, he collapsed from internal bleeding. A colonoscopy revealed precancerous lesions in his intestines. The hidden danger? Nitrites and preservatives in processed meats, ingredients so toxic that the World Health Organization now classifies them in the same cancer risk category as cigarettes. What shocked him most wasn't the diagnosis, but the fact that what he thought was clean and Western style was quietly poisoning him from the inside out. 3. Fried foods in the morning. Another patient of mine, a retired construction worker, loved his crispy, sticky rice with spring rolls each morning. "Gotta eat heavy before my walk," he'd say with a grin. But one day, he arrived at the clinic, clutching his stomach, pale and winded. Test results showed fatty liver, gastric inflammation, and spiking cholesterol levels. You see, the body just waking up isn't ready for an oil bath. Morning fried foods overwhelm the liver and digestive system, thickening the blood and straining the heart. Even worse, many of these fried items are cooked in reused oil, which creates carcinogenic compounds like benzoprene and acrylamide, silent attackers of our cells. And beyond the organs, fried breakfasts slowly sap energy, dull the mind, and even contribute to weight gain, joint stiffness, and social withdrawal. 4. Sugary pastries, cookies, or condensed milk. Let me tell you about Ms. Dung. She was 75, lived alone, and started her day with tea, cookies, and a splash of sweetened condensed milk. It was simple, sweet, and familiar. But over time, her daughter noticed changes, memory lapses, fatigue, emotional swings. Eventually, she was diagnosed with early-stage type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and mild cognitive decline. Why? Because refined sugar, especially first thing in the morning, throws blood sugar into chaos, stressing the pancreas, damaging brain cells, and dulling focus. Many seniors don't realize that sugary snacks can also disrupt appetite, leading to skipped meals, weakened immunity, and long-term nutrient deficiencies. And the emotional impact? Those quick sugar highs are often followed by deeper emotional lows, creating a cycle of fatigue, sadness, and even loneliness. 5. Skipping or delaying breakfast. Past 9 o'clock a.m. Now here's a habit I see far too often: waking up late and eating breakfast at 9:30 or 10 a.m., or skipping it altogether. I recall a gentleman in his 60s who insisted, "I'm retired now, I'll eat when I feel like it." But one morning, he fainted in his bathroom. Doctors found his blood sugar dangerously low, his blood pressure unstable, and his cholesterol levels elevated. A chain reaction set off by a simple delay in morning nourishment. The truth is, by the time we wake up, our organs are already waiting. Delay too long, and your blood thickens, cortisol spikes, and your body's rhythm falls apart. Eating too late also disrupts lunch, skews digestion, and increases stress hormones that fuel belly fat, poor sleep, and weakened immunity. Transition to positive solutions. Now that we've uncovered what not to eat, let me show you what you can enjoy each morning. Meals that nourish your liver, protect your brain, keep your blood flowing freely, and help you feel young again. Because breakfast shouldn't be a health risk, it should be your daily opportunity to heal, thrive, and embrace a longer, more joyful life. Let's look at the 5 best breakfasts for seniors: simple, affordable, and incredibly powerful. Shall we begin? The 5 best breakfasts for seniors. Now that we've talked about what to avoid, let's shift our focus toward healing, toward nourishment. Because when chosen wisely, your breakfast can become a daily prescription, one that gently strengthens your heart, cleanses your liver, supports your memory, and stabilizes your blood pressure. Let's walk through 5 breakfast ideas that are simple, satisfying, and scientifically proven to support senior health. 1. Warm oatmeal with chia seeds and nut milk. There's something deeply comforting about a warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning. But this isn't just comfort food, it's medicine in a bowl. Oats contain beta-glucan, a unique type of fiber that helps lower LDL cholesterol, clear arteries, and lighten the liver's workload. It's also wonderfully easy to digest for aging digestive systems. Add a spoonful of chia seeds, and now you're bringing in plant-based omega-3s, protein, and antioxidants, all of which help fight inflammation, support memory, and nourish brain cells. Finish it with a splash of unsweetened almond milk or walnut milk, and you've got a creamy, heart-healthy breakfast that's naturally low in sugar, but rich in healing. It's gentle, warming, and just what the body craves after a night of fasting. 2. Steamed sweet potato with boiled egg. Next up, a classic combination I often recommend: steamed sweet potato paired with a soft boiled egg. Sweet potatoes are rich in soluble fiber, which promotes regular digestion and keeps cholesterol in check. They're packed with potassium, vitamin A, and antioxidants that protect your eyes, arteries, and immune system. Pair that with a boiled egg, a perfect source of complete protein and choline, which supports brain function and muscle strength. And you have a well-balanced meal that fuels energy without overwhelming your stomach. This is a breakfast that doesn't just fill you, it fortifies you. 3. Avocado banana smoothie with flax seeds. If you prefer a lighter, refreshing start to the day, this one's for you. Blend together half an avocado, a ripe banana, a spoonful of flax seeds, and a splash of unsweetened nut milk. What you get is a silky smoothie that's delicious and deceptively powerful. Avocados provide healthy monounsaturated fats, which help reduce bad cholesterol and protect your heart. They're also rich in vitamin E, which has been shown to slow cognitive decline in older adults. Bananas contribute potassium for muscle flexibility and vitamin B6 to support brain health and sleep quality. And those tiny flax seeds? They're little miracles, rich in plant-based omega-3s, fiber, and lignans that help detox the liver, reduce inflammation, and improve digestion. This smoothie is light on the stomach, but heavy on the benefits. 4. Vegetable soup with red beans. Not in the mood for solids? Try something warm, soothing, and deeply nourishing, like a vegetable and red bean soup. Red beans are a time-tested remedy in traditional medicine, known for cleansing the liver, reducing fluid retention, and improving blood circulation. When paired with vegetables like carrots, pumpkin, broccoli, or leafy greens, this soup becomes a nutritional powerhouse, rich in B vitamins, antioxidants, and digestive fiber. It's particularly helpful for those dealing with bloating, fatigue, or high blood pressure. Serve it warm, season lightly, and your body will thank you all day long. 5. Whole grain bread with natural peanut butter and an apple. And finally, for those who prefer something quick and convenient, this trio is simple but brilliant. A slice of whole grain bread gives you complex carbohydrates and B vitamins to fuel your brain and stabilize your blood sugar. Spread on a thin layer of unsweetened peanut butter for healthy fats, protein, and vitamin E, which helps support heart health and nerve function. Add a fresh apple, and you've got a dose of pectin, vitamin C, and natural antioxidants to help cleanse your bloodstream, protect your liver, and aid digestion. Together, it's a meal that's balanced, energizing, and easy to prepare. Perfect for busy mornings or active seniors on the go. Transition to next section. So there you have it, 5 breakfast ideas that don't just fill your stomach, they fuel your future. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about choosing one small change each morning that helps you move toward a healthier, more vibrant life. But here's the truth. Even eating right isn't enough if you're starting your day with harmful morning habits. In the next part of this video, we'll look at 4 common habits that may be silently damaging your liver, spiking your blood pressure, and robbing you of restful sleep, even if you think they're harmless. You might be surprised by what they are and how easily they can be fixed. Stay with me. Morning habits that silently damage senior health. Even if you're eating the right breakfast, how you begin your morning can either support your health or slowly sabotage it. Over the years, I've noticed something again and again. Many seniors who struggle with high blood pressure, poor sleep, fatigue, or even sudden falls have one thing in common: not disease, but a damaging morning routine. Let's go through 4 silent habits that may seem harmless, but could be silently hurting your heart, brain, and liver. 1. Exercising too soon. After waking up. Now, don't get me wrong, movement is medicine, but timing matters. I remember a retired engineer in his late 60s who used to pride himself on jogging the moment he opened his eyes. One morning, he collapsed before even reaching the park. What went wrong? After a long night of sleep, your body is still in recovery mode. Your blood is thicker, your temperature lower, and your heart hasn't warmed up yet. Sudden, vigorous movement at this time can shock the cardiovascular system, raise blood pressure too quickly, and even trigger heart rhythm problems or strokes in vulnerable individuals. That's why I always advise my patients: start slow. Spend 5 to 10 minutes lying still, deep breathing, stretching, and easing your way into movement. Walk gently indoors first. Let your body catch up, because it's not about pushing harder, it's about listening wisely. 2. Drinking strong lemon water on an empty stomach. You've probably heard that lemon water cleanses the liver, but for many seniors, this popular trend can do more harm than good. A woman in her early 70s came to me with persistent stomach pain and sleep troubles. Turned out she was drinking strong lemon water every morning, without eating first. Lemons are highly acidic. When consumed undiluted and on an empty stomach, they can irritate the stomach lining, trigger acid reflux, and stress the liver and kidneys. It may even contribute to insomnia, dental erosion, and low blood pressure episodes. If you enjoy lemon water, that's fine, but make it mild, diluted, and only after a light meal. Never use it as a replacement for food, and never drink it before your body is ready. 3. Jumping out of bed too quickly. It happens all the time. The alarm rings, or the bathroom calls, and up you go. But for seniors, rising too fast can lead to a dangerous condition called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing up. One of my patients fell and fractured her hip simply by standing too quickly. She told me, "I never thought getting out of bed could be dangerous. But when we're lying down all night, blood pools in the lower body. If you stand suddenly, blood doesn't reach the brain fast enough, causing dizziness, fainting, or even a fall." Here's what I recommend. First, open your eyes and take 5 slow, deep breaths. Gently turn to your side. Sit up slowly. Let your feet touch the floor. Wait a moment, then stand up slowly. This tiny routine can save you from months of recovery. It's a small act of care with life-changing impact. 4. Eating. While watching the news or scrolling your phone, it might sound innocent. You're sipping tea, enjoying toast, and checking headlines. But here's what really happens. When you eat while scrolling, reading news, or watching emotional content, your brain splits its attention. One part is digesting food, the other is processing information, often negative or stressful. This disrupts your digestive enzyme production, reduces nutrient absorption, and may lead to bloating, gas, and discomfort. More importantly, stress hormones like cortisol spike, raising blood pressure, tightening your muscles, and triggering long-term effects like poor sleep, depression, and even weakened immunity. That's why I often tell my patients, your breakfast is sacred. Give yourself 15 quiet minutes, no screens, no stress, just you and your meal. Breathe, taste, be present. It's one of the kindest things you can do for your body and your mind. Transition to final section. So now you know, it's not just what you eat, but also how you wake, move, drink, and focus in those first precious minutes of the day. But I'm not going to leave you there, because if we've identified the habits that harm, let me now share with you 4 simple morning rituals that can help you restore your energy, cleanse your liver, stabilize your blood pressure, and add years to your life. Coming up next, the 4 healthiest morning habits for seniors. No cost, no equipment, just daily choices that speak volumes to your long-term health. Let's finish strong. 4. Simple morning habits to cleanse the liver, boost circulation, and improve longevity. Now that we've cleared away the unhealthy routines, I want to offer you something even more valuable. 4 small, powerful habits you can do each morning to heal your body gently. No pills, no appointments, just consistent care for the body that's carried you this far. Each of these habits is free, practical, and deeply restorative, especially for seniors seeking better circulation, liver health, sleep, and balance. Let's go through them, one by one. 1. Drink a warm glass of water. After waking. This one is so simple, yet so overlooked. After a full night's rest, your body is slightly dehydrated. Your blood is thicker, your organs are sluggish, and your digestive system is just waking up. Drinking 1 warm glass of water, about 20-30 minutes after waking, helps thin the blood, stimulate the liver, and kickstart your metabolism without shocking the system. It also supports your kidneys, prevents early morning blood pressure spikes, and helps flush out overnight toxins. Pro tip: keep the water warm, not too hot, not cold. Around 95 to 105 degrees, 35 to 40 degrees is ideal. If your stomach is healthy, you can add a few drops of lemon or a thin slice of ginger for a gentle cleansing effect. But plain water is just fine too. It's not just water, it's your body's first gift of the day. 2. Soak your feet in warm water with ginger or salt. Yes, your feet. You may not realize this, but the soles of your feet are filled with tiny nerve endings and pressure points linked to your liver, kidneys, heart, and brain. Soaking your feet for 10 to 15 minutes in warm water with a few slices of fresh ginger or a tablespoon of sea salt can stimulate circulation, relax your nervous system, and support gentle detox through the skin. This is especially helpful for seniors who struggle with cold feet, poor sleep swelling or joint stiffness, high blood pressure. I often tell my patients, if you keep your feet warm, your whole body stays balanced. Try it once and notice how relaxed, clear-headed, and light your body feels afterward. 3. Massage the Yongquan, Kidney 1. Point on your soles. Let me share a secret from traditional medicine, one I've recommended to many seniors with surprisingly great results. There's a powerful acupressure point on your foot called Yongquan, also known as the Kidney 1 point. You'll find it in the soft depression on the sole of your foot, just below the ball, between the second and third toe bones. Massaging this point for 2 to 3 minutes each morning can help boost circulation, calm the nervous system, relieve fatigue, support kidney and liver function. Just use your thumb to apply gentle circular pressure until you feel a warm, tingling sensation. Want to enhance it? Use warming oil, ginger balm, or tiger balm while massaging. Think of it as sending your organs a wake-up call. With love. 4. Sit in silence or listen to soft music for 10 minutes. Finally, give your mind the same care you give your body. One of the most healing things you can do in the morning is simply sit still. No screens, no rushing, just 10 minutes of quiet, or perhaps gentle instrumental music to let your nervous system settle, your heart rate normalize, and your mind find peace. This habit can lower cortisol, your stress hormone, improve blood pressure, regulation, reduce risk of stroke, enhance sleep quality, improve mental clarity and memory. You can sit upright in a chair or cross-legged on the floor. Just close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow your mind to settle. If meditation feels too difficult, that's okay. Even listening to calming music can reset your entire day. This one habit can truly protect your mind and lengthen your years. My dear friends, here's the truth I've learned after decades of caring for older adults. It's not always the big things, like surgeries, scans, or prescriptions, that determine how well we age. More often, it's the small, repeated habits, like what we eat each morning, how we move when we wake up, or whether we start the day in peace or stress, that quietly shape our future. A single unhealthy breakfast habit may seem harmless, but over time, it can silently damage your liver, thicken your blood, impair memory, and increase your risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and stroke. The good news? You have the power to change that, starting tomorrow morning. So begin small. Choose one nourishing breakfast. Drink a glass of warm water. Stretch gently before getting out of bed. And give yourself the gift of 10 minutes of quiet before the world begins. These aren't just habits. They're investments in your energy, your independence, your longevity. And I promise you, your body will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, share it with a friend or family member, and leave a comment below. I'm starting my healthy morning tomorrow, one step at a time. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe to Dr. Kim's Home Clinic, where we share weekly science-backed tips to help you age with strength, clarity, and joy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring for yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay well, stay steady, and stay kind to yourself.